up, world? You now tuned in to another episode of the World's Outstanding Casuals podcast. Just a group of friends talking about sports and sharing ideas, learning from each other. My name is Cash. I'm here with my co-host. We got a special guest today, my boy Avery. I'm here with my other co-host.
Slicker.
R1, Scotty, what's up?
What's good, y'all?
What's good? What's
Appreciate
good?
y'all for pulling up. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. Our first topic is: what do you think of Claressa Shields being vindicated? For people who don't know, Claressa Shields was she tested positive for marijuana after her last fight. There was reports that she was possibly going to be suspended. She ended up going and getting her own independent test done. She took the case to court, and it basically got dismissed. Hey, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts on that?
What's good, everybody? First and foremost, it's a pleasure being here.
What up,
Second,
Abe?
what's good, Brody? I would just like to say, man, in the sport of boxing, where it's so much abuse to the body, um, it's so much drug use from a performance enhancing perspective that the way that the narrative of this story was even carried out was kind of in a lot of ways diabolical to me. You talking about an individual who's upholding and uplifting her sport in every way possible. A unified champion, multiple time weight division champion, and we all know the positive effects that marijuana can do for an athlete, specifically from a healing and recovery perspective.
Did you
And
say
I just don't
positive, bro?
positive from healing components.
Okay.
I just don't think that honestly, my 2 cents on this story is it was overblown from the conception of it. Um, if Clarissa Shields wanted to take part in CBD gummies or edibles or whatever she needs to do to relax and and give herself just a peace of mind, a easier way to escape and maybe think about some things and from a physically, emotionally standpoint, then I don't think in the sport of boxing it's fair to suspend someone for marijuana when in the same sport it's people who can take, like I said, performance enhancing substance and really uh, determine someone's outcome, from a very dangerous perspective. So I'm a pass it to Slick, but my main thoughts on that is that I think the story was really overblown. I think people were just chasing for a headline, and that's kind of my 2 cents on that one.
I really ain't got too much to say about Shorty. Like, I know who she is. I'm not very familiar with the incident that's going on in hand. I just know Pap getting that box right now, and I know she's supposed to fight Keith Thurman. Scotty, what you got?
You can't pass it to me like that.
Hey, bro,
Man,
respect
look,
for
with
her
all due respect to
kill.
Claressa Shields, man. It is true though. Shout out to Pat. You know, he bounced back good, man. He bounced back good, Pat. Because this is
Did
the greatest woman's fighter in combat history based upon her accolades. Now, this is a woman that is a two-time Olympic gold medalist. She not just unified, she's undisputed at 3 different weight classes. So that eclipses Bud Crawford and Oooooweee. She's at 3 of them. Just went up to heavyweight and laced
And
that girl.
Usyk.
Say that again.
And don't forget Usyk.
Usyk is undisputed at 2. Yeah, he got 2 cruiserweight and heavyweight
Right.
for sure. Like you said, Usyk need a story. I respect Usyk, even though he lost to Daniel Dubois, but whatever. But it's funny how this goes back to our last conversation in the last show a little bit. It's real funny Because when Keyshawn Davis popped dirty for, Keyshawn Davis actually did pop dirty for smoking marijuana, and he admitted it. And you know, he took his punishment like a man, and he came back and he bounced back. But to Avery's point, why is that an issue when the Juicy Juice crew can fail for clenbuterol, Canelo, Oscar Valdez, Ostarine, Ryan Garcia? Like it's okay, and the media don't cover it the same, or would just act like, oh, it was only a little bit. That's because they cycling off these drugs. You're not catching them when they actually on them for real. They're cycling. They're clearly cycling off these drugs. And Avery, to your point, the issue with marijuana is they can claim that marijuana can be a masking agent for PEDs.
Okay.
That's the issue with marijuana. But still, I agree with you that there needs to be some more regulations added into this, because marijuana, we got cannabinoid receptors in the neurons in our brain. So marijuana can be healthy for you if you're not overusing it with anything. So you could drink too much water. You know, it takes a lot for you to actually harm yourself from just weed alone. I challenge anybody to show me somebody that died from just marijuana alone. I challenge anybody to show me. She should not have, in the reports, the way the reports came out, they acted as if they knew that she was on marijuana. It wasn't alleged in the report. It's Clarissa is on marijuana all through ESPN. Claressa Shields went on her YouTube talking about it, and she should have a defamation case against a lot of these these media outlets, because it's real weird. It's weird that this American boxer is not getting the special treatment that a Ronda Rousey would get, because ESPN said Ronda Rousey would beat Floyd Mayweather until Holly Holmes and old girl put their hands on her. The other girl, what's her name, Cash? Can't UFC girl that got good with the striking.
Uh, the lioness. I can't think of her name.
Yes, put hands on her. All of a sudden that goes away. Claressa Shields, we don't hear about it in the media. ESPN never talks about Claressa Shields. Never. She should be talked about like Simone Biles, and they tried to talk about negative about Simone Biles. But she's never mentioned. But all of a sudden, you want to mention her now when these alleged things come out, and now that she's vindicated, everybody quiet. What you think, Cash?
I think that you all are arguing about like the legality of it, or what the rules are. I'm not gonna come from that perspective because the rules are the rules. You know, do I think marijuana should be? That's a different conversation.
Right.
Is it? Right? It is illegal. If it does have medicinal benefits or recovery benefits, well, that's an enhancement, right? That can help your performance, right? So, but I'm not going. When we say it's not fair, my pops told me a fair is a place where they judge pigs, right? It ain't a place in the real world. We don't live in what's fair. What it is what it is. She tested positive at some point. Um, I actually went through something similar to this recently in my life, and she tested positive. She went and retested, tested negative. The truth is, it got there some type of way, Clarissa. If it was CBD, if it was a gummy, if it was whatever, if it was a picogram, it got there some type of a way. You know, um, does it help your performance? I don't believe that it does. Um, does it? Is that going to be the difference between you beating that girl or not? I don't think so. Um, but at the end of the day, it's illegal. I'm glad that she did go to court. They said that because of the trace amount, they're going to dismiss it. They didn't find her not guilty. They didn't find her guilty. They dismissed it. So uh, I'm happy for her. The issue that I have is Clarissa. You know, you ever heard the saying, "I don't look like what I've been through," and it's basically saying through all of the shit that I've been through, I stood up and I ain't complained. I took it on the chin and I kept moving. Clarissa looked like every fucking thing she been through. She complained about every goddamn thing that happened. What's not fair to her? Who treat her like this? Why this? And it's like, I'm not saying that it's not real, but I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. Just go get your chicken. Keep winning. You're a 3-time undisputed champion. You got the biggest bunny ears in the world. You hear everything negative said about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, lean into the positive. Lean into the people that love you, the people that fuck with you, the people that respect you. Fuck the other side. Fuck what everybody else think. Uh, she is more accomplished. She is probably the most accomplished boxer. Um, but and I'm not saying that you was doing it to compare it, but there's really no comparison with her and the guys because of the talent pool.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. I was just saying she was undisputed in her. Yeah.
and when it comes to the Ronda Rousey thing, it's just I want everybody. Well, this world is supposed to be a meritocracy. You make what you're worth, and if the product is good, it'll sell itself. Clarissa, stop crying and just go out there and make the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people fuck with you, they gonna come out. If they don't, they won't. Like, you can't fabricate a star. Ryan Garcia not accomplished at all, but he's a star. When he fight, people want to see him fight for whatever the reason is. You know what I'm saying? T.O. doing all this cringeworthy shit, and he's not becoming a star, and he's trying to follow the same blueprint. So it's like people gonna fuck with what they want to fuck with. People watch people watch that slapfest shit. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment is entertainment. So for Clarissa, I'm glad that she didn't get a suspension. I'm glad that her name got cleared. People not going doubling back to say I'm sorry. It's the world we live in, Clarissa. What you expect? It don't happen to regular people. Why you think it's gonna happen to you?
And people
Said it happened
always
for Ryan
say,
Garcia.
but to kind of piggyback on what Cash was saying in a bit, I kind of would say that's how it go in general. The criticism is never going to be as loud as the apology is never going to be as loud as the criticism. Um, people gonna always. My thing is, and I'll bounce it back to you on this point, Cash, is that um, out of all of the positives and all of the things that she has contributed to the sport, you never hear those things, being broadcasted. And my thought was when I just first read the initial headline, I thought it was for performance enhancing drugs because the
Me
way
too.
that they ran with the story, it was in that case, you need to draw a very clear line. And the story headline should say, Claressa Shields has tested positive for marijuana. Because when you just run the story that just says Claressa Shields has tested positive, we
For a
all
banned
gonna
substance.
assume that it's for
Yeah.
PED. So that was my major gripe with the whole situation. Like you in that scenario, you have to make sure that from a journalistic perspective that you running with integrity and not trying to catch a headline.
You can't expect that from people though.
I mean, yeah, we can expect it, but bro, long as she winning, I don't give a damn how much she crying. Long as she handling business, it ain't like she using it for excuse or why I lost or this and that. Man, she in there winning. If they can sit here and make these headlines and clearly you can see the headline is trying to make you believe psychologically, oh, she's on PEDs. And they don't do that to the other fighters. If it's okay for them to say that and to say, hey, you guys just pulling a race card and all this other bullshit nonsense, then it should be, and it's fine for us. And we should champion her for speaking up against the bullshit. I have no problem with her complaining if she keep winning and you keep doing your thing, keep doing what you're doing because the bias is clear. Now, Cash, I can't necessarily say I disagree with you because it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But it's also gonna be what it's gonna be with us. If you're gonna say something about it, Muhammad Ali spoke on the things he spoke on. We're not gonna tell Ali, hey Ali, just let it go. It is what it is. Nah, it is what it is, just like it is over there. It is for me. I'm gonna speak on it just like y'all speaking on y'all lying perspective. I'm gonna speak on the truth perspective. Cause you trying to pass off the lies, the truth, and then throwing stones and hiding your hand. Nah, we ain't on that.
I guess
Yeah,
Cash and Slick, what do y'all just think overall about what are both of you guys' perspective on um, marijuana usage in sports in general? Just a quick caveat.
I don't think it should be illegal.
Me neither. Simple as that.
I don't think it should be illegal. But if it is illegal, I agree with Cash. The rules are the rules. That's why I said the commission need to get together and come up with something clear and more concise. And it needs more scientific evidence brought to the table because it can be a masking agent for PEDs. I want to stress that. It can be. So I don't think it should be illegal. It just needs to be more nuanced, bro.
All right. All right, for sure. For our next topic, Turkey announced Boots versus Teo in October. This is obviously depending on both of them getting past their next two opponents. What do you think about the potential fight? Slick, let's start with you.
I feel like this would be a good fight for Boots. Be a name under his belt. Uh, for real,
I
it'd be a
like that
name on
energy.
it'd be a name under his belt. It's a decent fight. Nothing to write home about. I still would like to see Boots fight a little bit better competition in TO, but it is what it is. If that's the match we're gonna get, um, I don't. I really want to see these guys get it on. I really don't got too much to even say about Boots and Tia. I want to see Boots fight. Pretty much, I just lied. I do want to see him fight a cream of the crop echelon guy. I'm not just interested in Tio. He don't really got a body of work that make me say, "Ooh, Boots beat him." It'll just be another name, like I said. So go ahead and kick it to you, Scotty.
Okay. I feel you, Slick. I feel you. I really feel you on that. It'd be a good name though after a good solid opponent in Stanionis, who
Yeah,
that he got to get past Stanionis. Now I pick Boots to win Stanionis, but it's a good solid name, and it's hard for Boots to get the names in the ring with him, Slick. So
yeah,
it's like, all right, To, you want to come up here at 147? You want a bag? You calling out Boots? I gotta respect. I don't like To, but I gotta respect it. You want to get in there with this monster? Okay, go ahead and get your head beat in. I would love to see you get your head beat in, To. It's fine with me. I love it. Please fight him. Please. I beg you. Fight Boots Ennis. Because Brian Norman didn't get in there with him. The other champions, other than Stanionis, who he got to get past now. Got to get in there with him. But shoot, Tio got to get past Barbosa. I mean, I seen Tio struggle with guys that's allegedly lesser talent. Like he as if he ain't getting up for the fights. I don't think that he's getting up. I just think these styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? Like he can beat a Lomachenko because he got the size advantage and can match his athleticism at 135. And then he can go up to 140 and beat a Josh Taylor. But then he'll struggle with another guy. I forgot the guy's name. It's slipping my mind right now. But he struggled with these other
Sandor
two guys.
Martin,
Jermaine Ortiz.
Sandor Martin, and Jermaine Ortiz.
Yep, that's who two I'm talking about. And he get in there with them. And I say that he lost them fights. But they gave him to him because he got a name. So go ahead, get that name on your resume, Boots. These other dudes don't want to get in the ring at 147. Hopefully, Brian Norman, can put on his big boy pants and get in there with you. I would rather see that. I'd rather see these names, or I'd rather see if he. I know Boots really want to be undisputed at 147. I get it. If you can't get these big fights though, bro, going up to 154 is a lot of smoke up there. I know you like that, Cash. What you think?
You know it's sizzling at 54. That's my division.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
but I like the fight. Honestly, I really like the fight. Uh, I think that sometimes the personal things and the things that a person does outside the ring, it can start to overcloud what they do in the ring. Uh, I agree with Scotty. There is a specific style that Teo don't like fighting. Um, Boots don't fight with that style though.
Good, no excuse.
Teo gets up for big fights. I really do believe that his best performances are against his best two opponents. Uh, I think that Teo is a really, really, really good fighter. I just don't care for him outside the ring. I don't care for his antics and the things that he do, and they not believable neither. Uh, as far as the Barbosa fight, I think that he beats Barbosa fairly easily. Um, for the Stanionis fight, I'm really excited about that fight. I know we're gonna do predictions when the fight come up. Uh, I think Boots might put on one of his best performances to date. Um, but what do I think about the potential fight? I think it'll be a really good fight. if they fight at 47, I would prefer, like y'all said, I would prefer for him to be unifying. If he could get the Brian Norman fight, or if he could get the Barrios fight to get one step closer to undisputed, that's always option A for me. I want champions unifying to becoming undisputed, so we ain't got all these belts out here. But in the meantime, if you could get some great fights, get some names under your belt, like Slick said, that'd be a good name. And
Yeah.
and I want it to come from somebody from the type of communities that Tio keep disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to knock him out and throw a banana in the ring or something like that. So yeah, uh,
That's the only reason. I was gonna say that's the only reason you really interested in the fight anyway. You
yeah,
know,
to
Hey,
get
Bud.
somebody punch
You
on.
know, Bud. You know, Bud can't touch him up, so you like, yeah, Boots take care of that for me.
yeah.
That's the only reason you interested in it, nigga.
Yeah, straight up.
Hey, Cash, remember the Titans when they called Denzel he was called a monkey in the media. Then after he beat him, when he shake his hand, he threw a banana at him.
Straight up. That's exactly how I want somebody to slide on tail. Abe, what you think about it?
We talked a little bit off record on this. This shit about straight disrespect for me. I don't like Teofimo Lopez. I respect him as a fighter, but I don't like his antics. I don't like his personality. I'm on some Kendrick shit. I don't like the way the nigga talk. I don't really like him at all. Uh, it's unfortunate for Boots Ennis that at 147, I always think about the Floyd era and the era in which we grew up in which, you know, styles make fight, but having dance partners is critical. And unfortunately for Boots Ennis, it's just not enough dance partners at this division in the time for him to really display how brilliant of a fighter that he is. But to keep it uh, consistent, I'm a align with both Slick and Scotty. I really just wanted to see put his ass in the attic. Um, I'm talking about Lopez. Put him in the attic, man. If you can get the Barrios fight, I would think that would be my next route, and I would try and say Nelson for last. But if for the team of Fimo Lopez, I would love to see him just dominate that guy. I would love to see that being Boots in his greatest performance to date. I think, and I do agree with you guys. The styles do make fights, but from Boots' ability to navigate when he inside the square, his ability to um, pick and choose his spots, being very selective, but also maintaining power when he pick and choose those shots. I think it's going to be a long day for Teofimo Lopez. And just honestly, out of everything that you guys said, I would just love to see that dude just get his ass beat like he deserved. He talked way too much, and he never put his money where his mouth is. So I'm 100% with Boots Ennis on this one.
All right, so Tio hasn't fought at 47 yet, but let's imagine him at 47. Do y'all think he better than Kieran Chukazian?
Who?
Kieran, dude that Boots fought twice.
I don't
Kieran
know.
Chukazian.
I don't know.
Yeah, Boots
I
better. I mean, Tio better than him for sure.
I don't know.
Tio better
Irv,
than
what
him.
you think?
You talking about the guy Boots just fought the last fight?
Yeah,
Yeah, Tio better than him.
that's what I'm saying. Boots ain't just dog walk him.
Yeah,
Man,
uh,
but dude,
oh,
that
now
styles
was
make
see
dude.
fights.
what
I
That
the
don't know
that
no
was.
point
dude
is.
better than him.
But
This a
in
tough. I'm not saying
that
it's a
fight going
can.
in, you had him getting beat up. Cash.
I had Kieran getting beat up.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was like,
facts,
bro, he ain't gonna come with that same game plan tonight.
facts. You did. You just
So they
want to say
fought.
you was right about that.
No, I'm saying. You saying he ain't walked
I
through
think
him.
he better
I'm
than
saying
Cam Mosley.
it's the reason he ain't walked through him because that was his second time fighting. Dude made the proper adjustments.
I'm saying, how y'all think Boots and Tio go? Everybody,
I think
I
Boots
think
gonna
Boots
kill him.
win.
I think Boots gonna kill him. I think he better than him at everything in that ring.
I think it's gonna be the body work that determine the fight, and it's gonna go Boots' way.
Like an early round stoppage.
Nah, middle.
Late round,
No. Late round.
All right, that's all
late
I was
round type
asking.
shit.
That's
I
all
ain't
I'm
gonna
saying.
lie.
No, I don't see him just getting
Cause
him
this
up
ain't
out of there.
Cambosis,
Like,
bro.
Teo
even
a
though
sucker, but Teo can fight,
I can
man.
separate my
Yeah, Teo can fight. He a sucker,
about
but he can
I ain't
fight.
saying
Teofimo
yeah, he can fight.
Lopez.
He
Yeah,
can fight. That's why I want to see him fight the guys in his division. Honestly, I want to see T.O. fight Devin Haney. I want to see T.O. Hey, Shakur Stevenson said he ain't got no problem with that. T.O. He'd go to
and
140 and fight you, T.O. See,
I'm
you what it
100%.
is T.O. going to 147 for a built-in excuse if he get his ass whooped. It's dudes that your size you can fight
Right now.
Good point.
right now.
Yeah.
That's what it really is, a built-in excuse, because Boost ain't no damn Cambosis. He ain't Jermaine Ortiz. He ain't Sandor Martin. So we can do that with dude record too. Styles make fights. Boost don't beat his head in.
Boots against, just to play devil's advocate. Boots
The only
versus
way
Teo. Teo gonna get a couple M's. Teo don't get a couple M's for fighting these other guys you talking about. Maybe Devin he can. Maybe Ryan. But they about to fight next. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else can he fight at 40 and get that type of money?
Hey, that's another reason for that built-in excuse. That you make a good point.
You
you
talking
got to
about
do.
Lopez? You talking about Lopez, right, Cash?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talking about Lopez, and Boots damn near gonna have to do the same thing. It might not necessarily be for the money aspect, but for the rec. Like the only way I'm staying at 47 if I know Haney moving up here for sure and we can get a locked in fight. If it ain't that, I'm beating T.O. I don't want the Barrios fighting nigga. Just move up to 54, bro. Fight a
If
solid fight a
if you can get the
solid
Barrios
fighter at
fight
54.
and get another belt, you ain't gonna do it.
Man, what's the point though?
I'm
Just
with you.
what's the
I'm
point?
with you.
I'm
Move
I
with
up
you.
to
would
50.
do it for my legacy, but I'm with you though. Like, I
I'm
don't
with
like
you.
none of
Yeah,
them fights at
yeah. Same
47.
thing, Cash said. For the legacy,
Move,
it looked good to say I was undisputed.
yeah, ain't no move up
But
to
going up to
54.
154 and you smoke one of them dudes that with a name that
Fight
got
Lubin.
talent, that's
Fight
big too.
Lubin at 54.
Like Avery said though, it ain't no fights at 47 I care about, bro. Not one.
No. Mm-mm.
Not one.
And I want to jump back in on the point Slick made too. I want it to go long because I want Boost to hurt this dude.
This nigga.
I don't want this
Oh
to
yeah,
be
that was my
no.
original point, Avery.
I don't want this to be no slow. No, I want this to be what rotisserie chicken. Put him in the oven and bake his ass slow. Break him down to the body, and then I'm gonna get to slapping them with banana peels. See, y'all just want to say bananas. I'm gonna start slapping them with the peels, cause bro is OD disrespectful to Teofimo
Yeah,
Lopez.
punch him drunk.
Yeah,
Pun
straight
intended.
up.
Bitch ass nigga.
Bet these shots, Cash.
I want that for Keyshawn. That's what I want to do it to Teo.
Mm.
Especially after he
I,
already punched his daddy.
right in front of T.O. and he ain't do nothing. Punched him
Soft.
drunk.
Super soft.
To me, that's actually a closer fight though.
That shows you his
I like
character.
that joint. I like that fight a lot.
He get up there, people get to talking. Well, you know, we all just the human race. We're the human race. Then shut your whole ass up.
He be saying
And quick
anything.
deviation. What if Teofimo Lopez stopped Keyshawn Davis? Just me playing devil's advocate.
I
I'm
mean, it
not
can
saying it
happen.
can't happen.
Anything can happen.
Teo a good fighter, like I said, bro. Teo a real good
He
fighter.
not no bum at all.
He
He beat
beat Loma when
Lomachenko.
Loma was Loma.
He beat
I
Josh
didn't think
Taylor.
he won, but it was a close fight.
Hey, Lomas can't take off first 6 rounds and he win no fight. We gonna stop that, Kerry. We ain't even do that again.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like when they really start getting prepared and ready for the fight and getting in mode, if 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 T.O. change his antics and he on some boxing shit and we revisit this, my opinion might change on him. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Like I think highly of T.O. just like Cash do. It's more so me versing this segment off Boots because I'm more interested in what Boots can do in his career at this point in time. But I'm not gonna sit here and shit on T.O. Like he's definitely a great fighter. And if he get on his shit, hey, it might not just be a dog walk for Boots. I'm just gonna put that out there. Yeah, it
It might
might
not
not
be,
just be a dog
but
walk for
whatever.
Boots.
Hey, I want to be
That's
clear though. In the ring, I never said that T.O. was trash or none of that. In fact, again, I had him winning that Lomachenko fight.
Yeah, I would kind of second that too, and I will, and I'm standing on my ground there. Personally, it is a little biased because I don't like Teofimo Lopez as a person, but I would never disrespect his skills. Bro got the skills to pay bills, so I would be with Slick on this. It's still a cautionary tale for Boots in this. I wouldn't walk in this thinking I'm about to step on this dude, because if he do get his mind right, that's a dog fight.
All right, for sure.
With one thing, Cash, would this be Boots? Would that be Boots' toughest fight today?
I don't know. I want to see what happened with Stanionis. I think Boo's about to put on a spectacular performance.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Stanionis ain't no type of hoe, but okay.
That's why I think it's gonna be spectacular.
Okay. I can see that. I
Because I
feel you.
think that he gonna pull something out of Boots that we ain't really seen. The Romain Villa fight made people like, damn, and people didn't know how good Romain Villa was, except that he beat Speedy Rashidi. We looking at Stanionis, we know how good Stanionis is a little bit. We've seen him in there with some solid competition. We know he could punch. We know he a tough dude. We know he durable. Boots, I believe he the full package. The A lot of the nuance when we talk about people who get punched, you cannot run in the rain without getting wet. Boots is trying to hurt you, so I gotta get punched sometimes. Like I'm gonna be here to try to hurt you. If I fight like Shakur, motherfucker might not touch me all night because I'm not trying to get touched. But because of the way that he fight, I think that a lot of times, once Boots take a couple punches, go watch his sparring. Look how he don't take steps back at all in sparring.
Oh yeah, he
He
going
take
straight
big
for it.
shots and just stand there, you know. So I think that when he get in a fight and he get hit, soon as he know, oh, he ain't got shit for me. Now I'm just walking you down. Look at that Karen fight. Karen landed clean punches, and Boots just kept coming forward because we not in there taking them punches. It's easy to be like, man, why you getting hit with that shit? He probably like, nigga, because it don't hurt. Like, that's why. Like, this nigga can't hurt me. That's why I'm letting him get his shit off, because I'm trying to hurt him. I'm trying to get him out of there.
Some
And
niggas
something
just got
else
a
Slick
chin.
said too, where he say, Slick, when I was saying the Barrios, I prefer the legacy, but I agree with you though. Go make yourself a household name at 154 and
For
just start
sure.
That's
stomping.
what now.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
I can't wait till
and
he go to 154. I
and
can't wait.
he's still young enough where he can fluctuate back and forth, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Go from 47, 54. Like if he go to 54 and he want to jump back down to 47, that'd be nothing for him. You
Yeah, but
know?
the sanctioning bodies be on some whole shit with certain people.
I
No,
They
don't
they
know,
they
man. Boots a big guy. A lot of times when we see that from people, they smaller guys.
yeah,
Boots big.
yeah,
Like
he is.
I haven't seen him really have trouble making 47 after the fight against Kieran. They was talking about him moving up to 54. I knew that it wasn't a weight thing, and afterwards he said it wasn't. It was just like in the moment. That's why when you interview a fighter in the ring, just take it with a grain of salt, cause like he's still in kill mode. You know what I'm saying? But like afterwards, Boots be 146 on the scale. You know what I'm saying?
And
I don't think he had issue making weight, but I do think once he jump up to 54, them great whites up there. He gonna have to like really put on some more muscle, man. The motherfuckers punching. Virgil
at,
punching.
he gonna have to.
Yeah,
At
Virgil in there
47,
punching,
he a
dog.
boogeyman. At 54, he gotta go across the street.
It's great whites. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
him
saying?
and Lubin, dog. I want to see him and Lubin, bro.
You already know Lube and my boy.
I want to
I
see
want to
that
yeah. I
too.
just want Lubin to change. That's my boy too. He just need
I
to
want to see
stop
him and
getting
Lubin,
in them
dog.
firefights, bro.
That'd be a phenomenal fight. It'd be underrated though. Like for how good both of them are.
But for
That
us, for us not being casuals, that's the fight I want to see.
but go get a strap first, so it means something.
Yeah, because Lubin ain't got no strap.
Anybody go get a strap. He in line for the Fundora strap. I don't know if he gonna get the rematch though. But shit, on to the next topic. Is Terrence Crawford going about the weight gain correctly? He's putting on more muscle and weighs around 180 plus pounds. TC posted a picture about 2 weeks ago. Him on the scale said he was 186. Then he recently posted another picture. He looked like he 190 something. He looked big. Um, do you believe that he's putting the weight on correctly? Scott, you want to kick this off?
Um, man, you know what this remind me of, Cash? Roy Jones going to fight John Ruiz at heavyweight. If he putting it on right, I, I would like to see him get a tune-up fight. But I understand what he doing. If he doing it scientifically, he over there with Snack and he getting the muscle right and he ain't just putting on bulky muscle, but he's doing it if he doing it the correct way, because we really don't know to answer the question. I don't know if he is. I don't know what he doing. I just see Bud look big. Shoot, Madrimov seen Bud and was like, "Dang, dude, you got big. You big now." So I don't know, but I definitely think if he go there, he don't need to come back down. Stay there, or if you beat Canelo, retire or stay there. Because I don't want to see what happened to Roy happen to him. Because cutting that muscle, same thing we just talked about with Boots. Like he go up to 154 and gain that muscle, it'd be hard to cut down your muscle, go back to 147. That's asking a lot of a fighter. You know how I think about Bud Crawford. He the package. He that dude, black Air Force One's energy. He don't care. He ain't going in there and to lay down like Jamel Charlo laid down after he felt that power. His whole mindset changed. Lion became a kitten. Bud ain't that. So I just hope that he's putting that weight on right. And I think that the time he's giving himself is assisting him to do that. Because this will be about a year. Him doing this, putting his weight on and doing it the correct way, and then cutting back down to 168 to make weight the right way. So I believe he's doing it the right way, but I don't know. We have to see when we see the fight. What you think, Slick?
I ain't got no reason to question Bud. Um, hell yeah, you doing it right. Um,
My nigga Slick.
you doing it right. You got to realize we never really seen Bud big like this because he always stayed at his fighting weight. You know what I'm saying? And by him being an older dude, it's nothing for him to be at 180, 190 right now. He's gonna make 168 easily, and he's definitely not taking the fight. And I agree with that. I ain't showing my hand. Motherfuckers that know me, they know what I'm finna bring to this bitch. Like we gotta realize Bud a phenomenal athlete. He used to wrestle. It's no question in my mind is he gonna be physically fit for the fight. It's gonna come down to his tool packages. They're gonna be all left. So as far as him being healthy and making weight, I think Bud gonna look good in the ring. Like he gonna come in and gonna be like, damn, it looked like he done fought at 168 a couple of times as far as his physique wise and filling into the 168. So I think he's definitely doing it the right way. What you got?
Um, I would say I'm kind of in between both of y'all 2 points. One, Bud Crawford, you know, my favorite fighter in this era. I'm this the Bud Crawford era. Um, like to Scotty point, I don't know. I don't know. I would want him to take a tune-up fight as well. I would just want him to test the metal at the weight. See how it feel to get hit up there. See how it feel when this guy's pushing back on you in the eight. See how it feel when you can't just walk the guy down and you gotta go deep into your bag. Um, but I trust Bud Crawford. Um, I think he'll be physically ready. That's why I would go with Slick Point. But I just honestly I don't know. Um, Canelo, he used to this. This is like a walk. This is a walk in the park for him. This is his backyard. He know what it takes to get it done up here. Um, but if my heart is with Bud Crawford, my money with Bud Crawford. So I'll let y'all know where I stand. But it is a dangerous game. History shows that it's a price to pay for being too ambitious. Um, so I like I said, my heart with Bud, my money with Bud, but it's a thing that I just don't know. And another great point that you made, Slick, is we shouldn't know. You should have as much confusion and speculation out there as you possibly can. You shouldn't get Canelo a direct target. You should stay calling this bluff every turn you get. Shit, I go on Instagram and say, shit, I'm 210. Shit, I just weighed myself yesterday. I'm walking around at 210. Fuck
God.
it, throw some lies out there, throw some confusion out there. Because it's gonna take everything to win this fight. It's not just the skills. It's not just the things that you could rely on in the past. It comes down to antics in the marketing. It comes down to getting in his head, causing some confusion. It comes down to uh, making Canelo drift into the unknown. All of these things contribute to him winning this fight. So I'm gonna pass it to Cash and kind of see his thoughts.
Uh, is Terence Crawford going about the weight gain correctly? I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say, based on his track record, I believe that he is. I believe with the time between fights, I think he's going to be about 13 months between the Madrimal fight to the time that him and Canelo fight. Uh, I think that he's going to put lean muscle mass on the correct way. I think that when you look at the Charlo fight, I think that time was of the essence. I think that he was with PBC. You know, they want to keep everything in house, so they're not even looking at opponents outside of PBC. And as soon as they bring Canelo over, Canelo loved talking about payday, payday, but that's all that it was for his time at PBC. Paydays for all of their fighters. They were setting everybody up to be opponents. Who wants $10 million? You? All right, come on. You'll be an opponent. We're gonna get you some money. Just look good. Just look good. And when you look at Jermell, when you watch him on the scale, he was kind of pudgy, in shape pudgy, not like somebody who just got off their couch. But usually when a fighter get on the scale, they ripped. They've literally dehydrated all of the water in their body, lost a lot of fat mass, shrunk themselves down so they can make weight. That wasn't the case with Jermell. You could tell that he just put on some weight so he could get on the scale and look a decent weight. Uh, I have a suspicion that come the Terence Crawford and Canelo fight, TC gonna have to cut weight to make 168. I think he's going to be ripped when he get on that scale. I think when they get in the ring, Canelo will be bigger because he's a naturally bigger man, but it won't be the size advantage that Canelo has been thinking about when he keeps talking about how easy of a fight this gonna be. Um, I thought that point Slick made was brilliant too. Going into it, I thought maybe he should get a tone up, but now I'm on that side as well. Not just for the fact of keep them guessing, but also we talking about upwards of $50 million Terrence gonna make for this fight. I can't risk that fighting somebody. You know, I can't risk a hand injury. I can't risk getting injured in a training camp. I got to put all my eggs into this basket. Um, for Scotty, I don't think that TC is looking at boxing out after this. I think this is the end all be all for him. Like it was a Canelo fighter bust. If he couldn't get Canelo, I think he was going to retire. Um, Immediately after winning the belt, he was looking at possibly unifying with Fondora. Once PBC started playing they little funny games, he like, I ain't got time for this shit. All sales are on Canelo, and if I can't get this, I'm gonna go ahead and retire. Only thing I could see him doing after this is maybe like some Jake Paul type shit for another big bag. Cause he already gonna be a bigger guy. That's somebody he could punch on and make another 30, $40 million. But to answer the question, I do think he's gonna put the weight on properly, and I think come the weigh in, he's gonna have to cut a lot of weight to make 68.
Yeah, yeah. I think that like I said, truthfully, I don't know, but I just trust Bud Crawford, and I trust him to do it. Like I said, the scientific way, which Cass you just spoke on. You spoke about him putting on the lean muscle correctly. That way he can cut down when he cutting weight back to get to 168 to make it the weigh in. I just trust him. I trust his skills, and more importantly, I trust his intangibles. I just trust Bud Crawford's intangibles. We all know he got the skills, and his style is hard for Canelo. And we know Canelo got the size and the experience at this weight class. All right, and I hear you. It is people. I hear you, Avery, to your point when you speak about people who try to be too ambitious. But the really, really great fighters that try to be ambitious usually succeed. And I just think he's a really great fighter, bro. Like really, just a great. And he's just and people gotta understand something about Bud. He's abnormally strong, bro. Like physically strong. Like he abnormal. He not normal, bro. He not like us.
I think the biggest question is, can you take the punch? And you're not gonna find that out to fight night regardless. So it's just like it is what it is. Sparring, 14, 16 ounce gloves, headgear. It's a big difference between having little bitty ass gloves, the brightest lights in the world, and Canelo swinging at you. I don't
I'm gonna
think
tell.
Jamil. I don't
I'm gonna
think
tell you.
Jarrell went in there to lay down, but soon as Canelo started swinging, he made a business decision.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. As we talk about advantages going into this fight, it's still early. I'm gonna tell you, Bud got the one up right now because I
What's
think it's
that?
more of a, I think it's more of a disadvantage that Canelo is fighting Skull because he can't really put in that full time frame that Bud is preparing for this fight. Even though Canelo fighting Skull so it could be an undisputed, um, Bud is all the way locked in, like we've been saying. What you say, 13 months?
Yeah.
Yep.
13 months? You got
13
13.
months to put the weight
You
on
you
correctly.
giving you giving an A+ fighter 13 months to prepare for the biggest fight of his career, and
Motherfucker
Canelo
got
got
your
a
face circled
and
in his
Canelo
gym.
and Canelo got a stop a midpoint in, before that fight. That's an advantage for TC. That's
Gym
It
an
rat.
advantage
He a
for
depends.
gym
TC.
rat.
Or what's the percentage of a chance Scruggs could upset Canelo?
You said
I don't see
Skull?
that. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
Skull, William Skull.
I don't see it.
I get at an 80-20 Canelo.
20% chance Skull win.
I give Canelo an 80% chance.
Man, you know how I feel about Canelo Cash, but I gotta be unbiased when it comes to in that ring. He's not a bum, man. He's a great fighter. He's fought a lot of great competition. He's ducked a lot of great competition too. But whatever.
I
I'm
just
gonna
see
give him. I'm gonna
Bud
give
from
him
his
80-20.
last performance. From Bud last performance too. To me, Bud is always the bully. Like, and even in the last performance, it was like he won the fight, but Madronov he was right there. Every time Bud looked up, the kid was right there, right back in his face. And that's kind of what, like I said, I lean toward Bud. I trust him. I trust him, but this is for Bud. This is the Gray White.
And
This is.
that's why I say
You
he
know,
don't
Bud
need a
like going fishing.
That's why I say he don't need a tune. That's why I say he don't need a tune-up fight, bro. He done
Just
fought
saying.
every type of fight possible. He done fought every type of fighter style, every type of fight possible. Going into this fight, it's just gonna be who got the better game plan that night. They both A+ fighters. Who can execute the better game plan? That's what the fight gonna come down to.
And I
That's
wouldn't
I
it.
don't
go
even,
back.
I
That's it.
don't,
That's
I
all.
don't even, I don't even think that it's that because I don't think that Canelo got a different game plan. He come
Yeah.
in
That's
one way.
and that's why I'm leaning towards Bud.
He don't
That's why
got
I'm
no
It,
leaning
game
towards
plan for
Bud.
Bud
it
style.
just only depends on if you could take that punch though.
I
He can
don't
sit
even
there and
All
beat
question
that
on
shit
that.
his
go out the
shoulders,
window if you can't take the punch, bro.
beat on his hips, just to
Straight
get an
up.
opening to catch a
You
headshot with the
know he gonna
overhand.
punch those hips. I swear to God, when the ref come back there, that's the first thing I'm gonna say. You got any concerns? Man, watch him punching me all in my legs and shit, man. He intentionally punched people in their
He does it
hips.
all the time. That's because he got
Intentionally.
slow feet.
Look at the Lara fight. It was like 3 straight hooks. Lara looking at the ref like, so you ain't gonna say shit? Hey, but let me tell you something. Bud, like Avery said, Bud a bully. Punch him in his hip. Do some shit that's out the lines with him.
It can get crazy in there.
Do some
It
shit
can
that's
get
out the
crazy.
lines with
It
him.
can get real crazy in there.
He'll
See,
fuck around, kick you dead back in your nuts or something. Like,
What he
like for
tell baby?
real.
What he tell baby Benavidez? Hey, bro, get
I'll
to
break
your
your
fight, but
fucking
you
neck.
might not make it to your fight, bro.
You might not make it, nigga.
You might not make it to your fight, bro. Straight
He
up.
told that nigga, if you did, I'll break your neck. For real.
He
Man, they
told
better
us,
stop
he told
playing
Gary
with
what's a dream.
dude.
I'm gonna break your
Why
fucking
you
neck,
this
bro.
nigga got this? The man got shot and drove himself to the hospital. You don't play with nobody like that, man.
Different animal.
Different
Different
Come
animal.
animal.
on, man.
Hey,
They
No,
got
no,
Chad
no,
that.
no.
say
Slick, slick. He
he
got
ain't
shot in the
strong.
head.
He abnormally strong.
He
This
got shot in
nigga
the
is.
head.
Different animal.
Yeah.
All right, shit. For the next topic, Berlanga stops punching bag Ortiz in the first round and calls out Caleb Plant. What do you think about the fight? What do you think about the Berlanga fight? And then what do you think about him against Caleb Plant? I'll kick this off. Uh, I could care less about that fight yesterday. Only thing that I would say that stood out to me, Berlanga not making weight, being a pound and a half overweight, and him saying it was due to him having a flu or some shit like that. Uh, for somebody who's shown a lack of discipline for a big part of their young career, to the point you bite somebody's ear in the ring because you lose in a fight, uh, you blow up in between fights. A lot of people say that Berlanga is 210. He walk around 210 outside of the when he not fighting. He fights at 168. You cutting 40 plus pounds. Uh, it shows a super lack of discipline. So to me, I didn't care about this fight. He got another stoppage in the first round by fighting the type of opponents that he fought for his first 12, 13, 14 fights. They got him all of those first round stoppages. Uh, Against Caleb Plant, he fooled. That's what I think. I think he fooled. I think Caleb smokes him. And he fuck around and get him one of them Darrell head taps. Throw the dirt on him when it's over with. So that's what I think about the fight. My early prediction. I'm not a fan of Berlanga's skill. I'm not a fan of really nothing that he does. I think he got good power, not great power. Uh, he did show some better defense in the Canelo fight, but I think that was more about Canelo and less about him. Uh, but yeah, I think Caleb Plant smokes him and he might knock him out. Hey,
So I didn't watch the fight. I watched the highlights, and Chris Cash said in quotes like, "Oh, you watched the fight." You know what to expect when Berlanga is fighting. You know, so and honestly, when he was first starting out, I was calling Cash every Saturday. Hey, bro, this might be the one. This might be the one. This might be the one. And slowly but surely, I had to start retracting them statements. He's flat-footed. Um, like his discipline is non-existence to me. He's just a kid who's in it for. He's in the sport for the cash, not the glory, and it's starting to show. And I think he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. And I would say, be careful what you ask for. I remember the clip when Bob Arum was sitting next to Spence and Bud, and he and Spence allowed Bud to actually grab him and perspective how I carried the fight, and I would have tried to break Bud fucking hand. Don't ever fucking touch me, bro. And the reason why I brought that moment up is because Bob Arum told Spence the best thing you can do is stay away from Bud Crawford. And I would deliver that same message to Berlanga. The best thing you can do is stay away from Caleb Plant. This guy is dangerous. Uh, I grew so much respect for him in the Benavidez fight. No man was able to do, even in a losing effort. He showed his heart, his mettle, his guts, his toughness, his ability to stand in the fire and exchange if necessary, with who I would consider one of the most dangerous men in the whole sport of boxing. So my point on this is I would 100% am aligned with Cash that Caleb Plant should, Ben Berlanga should stay away from Caleb Plant because I think he knocks him. I think Caleb Plant knocks Berlanga out as well. Go ahead, Slick.
I didn't see the fight as well. When I cut the TV on, it was already ended. But I did catch his post fight interview. Um I did recognize that he was under he was
This is
overweight.
crazy.
Um Also, I seen when he was calling out names, he said the Charlo brothers, Plant, Canelo. Why would Canelo fight you again? But you naming the Charlos and Plant, shorty, is you wilding? Boy, they will punch on you. Plant, and you gotta watch Eddie Hearns, boy. He's slick. He'll line you up, boy. He'll
line you
line you
up,
up.
boy.
He'll line you up quick. Oh, your contract up?
Get
He
out of
said a
here.
lot of names, but I like Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is the fight. Yeah, I like that fight too. You know, he slapped motherfuckers before they even fight.
Yeah,
He
straight
slapping
up,
motherfuckers.
straight
Sweet
up.
hands.
Shorty, you might not even make it to the fight. He run down on you and slap you. You don't even want to fight. Caleb Plant, very underrated fighter. It's not even close. Berlanga, stop it. Please make that fight happen. Just go and finish
Please,
Shorty
I'm
out.
with. Hey,
Finish Shorty
please
out.
make that fight happen, bro.
Finish Shorty out. I want to see my white boy in the ring anyway, Joe. Hey, he a real general. He's slapping shit, boy. And motherfuckers don't even retaliate. That's crazy, bro. When has a white boy ever just started slapping motherfuckers and you don't get no reaction?
Sweet
Hey,
hands. Fuck you talking about.
Beyond me.
Berlanga.com. Revenge
Hell
tour.
no.
Hey, look, it's on me.
Yeah.
You done, Slick? I'm gonna quadruple down on what y'all said. Cash said he ain't give about the fight. I ain't give a fuck either. But he watched the fight. Hey, you say you seen the highlights?
And Cash say I watched the fight.
Yeah, you
Basically,
went to
the
highlights and
highlights of
homie Slick said he ain't. Listen, I ain't want to watch the fight. I ain't give a damn about the fight. I didn't watch the fight, and I ain't watched the highlights. I don't too much care for Berlanga, bro. Especially after he was talking that weird interview I watched. Hey, Slick, your homeboy, I forgot his name of that show, but Devin Haney, Bill Haney was on the show the other day. What's the name of that show? True Media. I think it's True Media. And he was replaying Berlanga interview, and Berlanga talking about, I don't see why am I on the undercard, and I got Fat Joe. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You ain't
it's
selling
all
out like
clout.
without Canelo. You ain't sold nothing, man. To be turning down big fights. Caleb Plant was offered to him. I don't believe he want to fight Caleb Plant, bro. I think all that is cap. All this was offered to him.
Eddie Hearn lining
Eddie
them up.
Hearn already lined him up before that. Like, what we talking about, Berlanga? Like, hey, bro, he's not disciplined at all. He has zero discipline. Only thing I give him credit for, he got beat pillar to post against Canelo, but you got a chin, bro. You definitely got a chin. Because Canelo ain't hitting soft, bro. He not. He lost every round. And he drawn off of this, I went in there and gave Canelo a tough fight. No, you didn't, bro. I don't know why Canelo didn't stop you. So I'm gonna give you credit for your chin.
That's what
I'm
I
gonna
say.
just
It's more about Canelo than him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just chalk it up, Canelo, and then your chin. I gotta give him credit for something. I gotta be unbiased in a way. Your chin, you flat-footed. You don't have no boxing
He
skills.
flat-footed
When we
his
thought you
head.
was a crusher, they thought you was the next Golovkin. Who Golovkin wasn't the next Golovkin, but they thought you was the next Golovkin. You was knocking out bombs. Now you getting in there with some decent competition. It ain't the same. Where that power go? I don't know. It's different when you're in there with people that really in their mind don't give a damn about what you talking about, what you did, or what you doing. It's a difference, bro. He's delusional, man. I don't know
Yeah,
who worse.
that's the perfect word, Scotty. He delusional, bro.
Buddy delusional, bro.
Yeah.
But it's more than just like those first opponents that were served up to him. I guarantee you, them dudes was finding out about the fight 2 weeks before, a week before, not getting training camps. Niggas who got regular jobs, they just pulling up the gyms. All right, he number 68 in the rankings. Come on. Oh, he
Yeah.
got 6 wins, 1 loss. Come on, run it, and basically lining them up. Once he got on that, and Avery literally was calling me every weekend, like, "Hey, bro, he finna knock dude out again in the first round." I'm like, "Yeah, he not fighting nobody. Wait until he fight a motherfucker for real." First person he fought, Steve Rose. First real
That's when
fight.
I knew. When he fought Rose, I knew right there.
Went life and death. Went life and death with him. I said, "Yeah, he weak." And then
Yeah, he
from
weak.
that point forward, I haven't seen anything. Like you said, you I'm shocked to hear you say this, Scotty, but you giving him credit and saying that it's about his chin. We do
I
know
gotta be
Canelo.
unbiased some way, bro. Something
We
happened in
do
there.
know Canelo can punch, but shit, I think it was more about Canelo not being super active like he has been on the later part of his career in rounds, throwing 30, 40 punches around,
Could
letting him
be.
make it,
Could be.
letting
I
him
don't
make
want to
it.
give that excuse, but it could be.
I think he was letting him make it.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
Wait, let me touch on Plant real quick. On Plant. Everybody got the opportunity for retribution. When Canelo, Cash, I don't know if you remember when he was fighting Canelo, we was talking back and forth in the group chat. I had Plant winning up to a point, and then when he got caught again, the kitten came out like, and he got to asking Canelo like, "I'm a good
Not
fighter,
bad.
huh? Pretty good, right? Like looking for acknowledgement from this dude." I had lost respect, and then when he fought Benavidez to Avery Point, I gained more respect. When, Ryan Garcia was talking stupid, he checked Ryan Garcia. When, when, when Ryan Garcia was talking stupid, he checked Ryan Garcia. When, when Ryan Garcia was talking stupid, he checked Ryan Garcia. When, when Ryan Garcia was talking stupid, he checked Ryan Garcia. When, when Ryan Garcia was talking stupid, he checked Ryan Garcia. Jamal Charlo, I don't know what happened to that brother. Maybe mental health is a thing. Again, maybe I don't want to assume. I don't know what happened to the brother. It's a sad case. But I don't care what you going through, bro. Ain't no
Back,
dude
your ass up
finna
here.
walk up to me and just slap me, bro.
Smack this nigga, G.
Like, what am I doing while you doing all this? That's
You a
cat,
boxer, bro. Right? You a boxer for a living, bro. How
bro.
motherfucker slap you, bro?
What the hell? So Plant, and then Plant has gotten better. He took that loss and got better. He took that loss to Benavidez. Come back. Everybody can come back. A loss don't make you, bro. Everybody can come back. You think you finna get in there with Plant? Plant is a live dog in there. Plant gonna sleep you. I think Plant gonna sleep you.
I kind of
So,
want to go back to what Cash was saying too, because we see the lineup from Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns is a businessman first. He know everything that we just discussed. He knows it. Berlanga, the delusion. No, he's lining them up, bro. He's about to be out of here in 2-3 years. You're not even gonna hear this kid name no more. You
That's
know
sad.
he a crash out waiting to happen, bro.
Line Eddie line them up. I fuck with Eddie. Line them
Eddie be
up,
lying
bro.
too, though. He be in the media lying, but all of them
Yeah,
be
but shit,
lying.
that's the
all
business
promoters
he in.
lie.
All promoters lie, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
Eddie
they
be
all be lying.
lining
They all some
motherfuckers
crooks.
up though, for real. Hey, imagine the conversation he be having on the other side though. Hey, yeah, I got this op for you. He's sweet.
The
Eddie got
great
28
white
wins.
hype, boy. Remember that movie with
Eddie,
Samuel L. Jackson?
hey, Eddie got 25 wins too. That shit look good. You finna get a lot of credit for this.
Real.
Eddie be lying motherfuckers. The thing about Caleb Plant, uh, Sweet Hands, that's his name in the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he be doing that shit, putting
he
his
do.
hands on motherfuckers. If they do make the fight, the press conference is finna be fire. Because Berlanga talk a lot. Plan ain't for none of that. He ain't for no plan. He ain't no don't put your hand in my face. Don't do none of that, or it's dead. So the
You
press
know his
conference
wife
is
black.
finna. Hmm? The press conference is going to be fine. To touch on Scotty point, I thought the same shit after the Canelo fight. If you remember us talking, I know I talked to all of y'all about it, and I was like, to me, that was him showing weakness, and I think it was the 10th round. He was like, not bad for 22-0 or 21, whatever it was at the time. Uh, After that fight and getting to know Caleb more, seeing him in his training camps, seeing the type of man he is outside the ring, and seeing how he really not for the bullshit. All of the people who don't like Caleb, it's because he behaves like a fighter. And what I mean by that is when he walk in the gym, he see niggas around his weight class, we not buddies. Like, I ain't trying to be your friend because I might see you down the line. So ain't no being cool. And that's what motherfuckers don't like. Oh, he carry himself like this and that. He carry himself like a fighter. Like
You gotta
point,
respect it.
at any point we could fight. So ain't no friends in this shit. I fuck with Caleb for that.
Yep.
Uh Hindsight 2020, but when I look back at the Canelo thing, I think that it was more about the moment than it was about him
The
current.
lights.
Yeah, I think it was more about like this is the biggest fight in my life, and like this the most money, this generational money that I'm making. And he got in that ring and was like, damn, like I'm still here. Like it's the 10th round, I'm still here. Like, and now I think that it was more like him kind of talking shit to Canelo. Like, you thought you was gonna get rid of me, huh? Canelo did get rid of him the following round, but I got a lot of respect for Caleb. I love the way that he fight. Uh, and I became a huge fan of his after the Darrell fight. When Darrell went running around talking about ain't no white boy ever gonna knock me out. And he slapped his ass.
And he lied after that, said he didn't say that.
Right. And it's like Caleb immediately, as soon as the mic came on, skin color don't win no fights, boy. Real shit. Real shit. Knocked his ass smooth out. I fuck with Caleb though. I love the way he fight. He'll stand there in the pocket. And with that Benavidez fight, that go back to what we talked about a couple episodes ago when I said getting knocked out is mental. When Shakur said that. Because it is. Watch that Benavidez fight. He just told himself, no matter what, I hate this motherfucker so much. He not knocking me out, bro. He not. Like, I don't care
That's
what
the
happened.
retribution he got
He
that
not
right
put
there.
me out. And he fought Benavidez. Like, nobody fought Benavidez like this. Nobody. Like, he
Nobody.
fought his ass. Like, I'm a huge Caleb Plant fan. Berlanga, that'd be a nice play. Nice little couple
Yeah.
M's.
You trying to
Smoke
see
him.
Berlanga get killed, ain't you?
Man,
Nah, bro,
what?
but what we saying is Eddie is serving them up though, bro. Eddie
I
Hearns
agree.
is a businessman, bro. He understands the dynamic that Caleb Plant brings to the ring. He understands the toughness, tenacity, fearlessness. I was watching y'all last episode, Scotty, when you was talking about um how I forget the fighter, but just ring generalship.
Lamont.
And and this is where Eddie Hearns is a businessman. He knows what we knows. He's setting them up for the overlay for the okie doke. It's exactly what Chris Cash is telling them. He's telling both fighters the same shit. Hey, Berlanga, this the fight you need.
He been
This the
trying to
one.
get him to fight Caleb Plant.
This
He
the
could have
one you
fought
gon'
Caleb Plant before. He didn't have to fight this dude, whoever dude was.
Slick, was this his last fight or he got one more?
That was his last fight.
Yeah.
That was his last fight.
So
Mm-hmm.
he was trying to line
So
him up before that, Avery.
they might do. Berlinga was making it seem like he wanted to do business with Eddie again. Eddie
Mm-hmm.
rubbing his shit together. He might go on to hit young boy with, yeah, we're gonna do a 2-fight contract deal. Caleb Plant and somebody else. He don't even know who the somebody else is because
He
he
might
know
not make
Caleb
it to
finna do that.
somebody else.
You hear me? You know Caleb finna do that. All right, cool. We cool on you. Hey man, you got a couple of losses on your record. Man, I can't really do anything else for you. My hands are tied. On the real. Barley
go
gonna
out it.
crash
Hey,
out.
hey, Slick, you gonna tell his ass, go out in the market and let them understand your value.
Oh shit.
I can't do nothing with you here.
On my
That is
mama. Yeah.
funny.
Hey,
Hell
before we get
no.
off this topic, I want to say something to Jamel Trollo. Jamel, you saw what Plant did? Everybody can bounce back, man. I was listening to this special operator talk on the Sean Ryan show. I don't know if y'all watched that, but he a former Navy SEAL, CIA operator, and he had this Army Ranger on there. And his Army Ranger said, man, I had moments of being a coward. I had moments of being a hero. And I learned from my experiences things. So Jamel, like you had that moment with Canelo, you can come back, bro. You can come back and bounce back.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Jamel, if you watching this, hey, call my man Scotty and get him in your corner because you need all the help you can get, my boy.
Who we talk about?
Charlo.
Again, everybody can bounce back. It's a mental. Like when Cash talk about what getting knocked out, it's mental, bro. Everybody can do it, bro. But everybody ain't gonna do it.
Everybody ain't gonna do it. Some guys want the cash. No pun intended. Some guys just want the cash and to live their life. Bro, you guys train. I know you guys train, man. Getting punched on is not fun.
I'm a little weird, bro.
That
I
shit
I
not
kind of
fun.
like this.
What'd you say?
He
Who me?
say he like it,
I said
but
I'm a
you a glory
little
hound.
weird, bro. I kind of like this.
Everybody ain't in it for glory, bro. Some people in it to get cash and then just to go about their life, take care of their family.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely what Berlanga in it for.
You brought it back full
Berlanga in it
circle.
for straight cash.
Yeah,
I
he
What
got
wouldn't
we
be
got up
surprised
next?
if in 4 years, I wouldn't be surprised if bro was still trapping bricks.
yeah, that's a fact. All right, for our final topic, man. Uh who is a better we're gonna pivot to the NBA. Um who is a better player, team player between Luka and Jason Tatum?
This is a good
Anybody
topic.
want
I
to
like
kick it
this
off?
question, boy.
I kicked this one off. So on this one, I'm gonna say either way it go, how I view the game, I tend to lean with the guys who can get it done on offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. So my answer to this question is I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum is one of the most undervalued superstars in the NBA and almost in the history of the game. It's never been a young player. I'm not gonna say never. It's few young players who have as many accomplishments this early in their career, who is a champion, who's led their team to 5 consecutive Eastern Conference championships. And Cash, you can quote me if I'm wrong on this, but I think currently he leads his team in points, assists, and rebounds.
Like he did in the
Um,
finals.
and he did in the finals. So, and just his ability to switch 1 through 4, the assignment that he's tasked with on the night in and night out is bruising power forwards. And on the offensive side of the ball, he's still expected to maintain his responsibilities from a scoring perspective. And Drew Holiday and Derek White are typically tasked with uh, sicking the other team's best perimeter defenders, while Jason Tatum is also tasked with being the main facilitator on his team. So now my answer is short and simple for those reasons. I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum on this one. Uh, Slick, actually, I'm gonna pass it to you on this
I'm going Tatum as well. Uh, for my reasoning, I just feel like everybody around Tatum is a better player. I know who White is. I know who Brown is. I see what Porzingis is able to do. Shit, we can go to their fifth man. I see what Al Horford could do. I know what Sam Hauser capabilities are. I know what Peyton Pritchard is gonna bring me. I see all those guys over there. I see their game develop. As far as we talk about a Luka that's ball dominant, we rarely get to see the talents of his other players unless they're really truly needed on a bailout or something like that. Outside of the talent of Kyrie and Brunson on the back end going into that playoff series, I just feel like Tatum has a better team around him for players to showcase their talent and the way that they're set up with their facilitating and shooting three capabilities. I feel like Tatum is a better team player with the Boston Celtics. Um, as far as coming down to the defense as well, it doesn't even have to be individual. We could just say, since we're talking about team, Tatum's team defense is better than Luka. Um, I feel like his passing is underrated. I'm not gonna say it's better than Luca, but it's at a higher clip. I actually see his assists, like because those guys are shooting threes. I actually get to see his assists, and it not be just ball dominant. It's a swing. So I'm taking Tatum as well.
one. Real quick point, and the way that I see that is just before you jump in, Scotty, like I would go to some old school guys where in the same way to what Slick is saying, Magic is renowned and known for his passing ability. But I would look at Tatum to Luka the same way I would look at a Bird to a Magic. Bird is a hell of a passer, hell of a facilitator. I'm not saying, and I think Slick would agree, and we're not saying that Tatum is an equal passer to Luka. But when you look at all of the other matrix, for it to be that close from a distribution aspect, I think that's what Tatum just kind of blows Luka out the water from a team perspective.
For sure. And his rebound capabilities too is right there with Luca.
Right there. And I
And
think
I
the same what you
and and
identifying
and,
with.
and I would say for what Tatum team is, his rebounds is more critical than Luca's. What you got, Cash?
I want to hear Scotty. Scotty, you want me to
Oh,
go?
Hey, whatever y'all want to do, I'm with the team.
Go ahead. I want to hear you.
Man, hey, I was with y'all. I was really with you, Avery. And I was really with Slick until he got to that passing. Bro, he's nowhere near the passer or IQ that Luka Doncic is on the offensive end of the court. It's not even a conversation, bro. Like, like this dude is in the conversation. We could punish him for being ball dominant, but I understand you don't like that style of play. But styles is styles. He's on the level of LeBron with his IQ and his passing. He's on the level of a Magic with his passing. Oscar Robertson, like he controls tempos of the game. That's not even a conversation. That's not even close. Tatum might be the best passer on his team in his team scheme. And I think Tatum, and I want to give Tatum some credit because he take a lot of flack from the media and the outside looking in, and he take it on the chin. And it don't bother him. You know, he should have been Finals MVP in my opinion. And Avery, for you that don't, you might not. I don't know if you know or not, but Cash and Slick, no, I don't watch the NBA no more since Stephen A. Coon Smith said that stuff about Kyrie Irving, and then he still ain't really went back on that. So I watch I catch the House of Highlights, bro. So these last 2 years, you might have me on that. But I've been watching these dudes since they came in the league. Tatum is a better defensive player, period. Like team on ball. Luka will never be the on ball defender Tatum can be, but he can
Which one would
always
you
get
say
better.
outweighs? Would you
Huh?
say Luka IQ and the ability to distribute outweighs Tatum defensive prowess?
Yeah, because like Cash said when we was talking off camera, a player can take over a series, bro, and he can take over a series scoring or distributing the ball. He make his teammates around him better. As opposed, not to say Tatum don't, because I think Tatum does. Because when you're a great player on the court, it opens up things for other players for sure. There's certain deficiencies. I hate to say this because I like Brown, but there's certain deficiencies that Brown has that I think Tatum masks. So I don't want to say he don't make his teammates better either. That's why I say this is a nuanced conversation. I love this topic. I only went crazy when y'all start talking about passing like it was close. It's not close. It's not close. Tatum,
Tatum don't
Tatum
Tatum
will
don't Ta-
always be the better
Tatum
on-ball
don't have to
defender,
make the
but
same
Luka can
passes Luka make, bro.
say that again.
Tatum don't have to make the same type of passes that Luka
But if
make.
you was to put him in a position to have to make him, he couldn't. People made that same thing, that same argument for KD, and then when it was time for KD to do it, that's not his game, bro.
Yeah,
That
but the
Luka
question
is.
that's why I answered the way that I answered, because the question is who is a better team player.
Yeah, I'm
And
not.
I would
I'm not.
kind
I'm
of,
not. Not.
I
A
would
lot of the stuff he
disagree
said,
on
I
that.
agree with. Let's be clear.
When KD was in a position to be a facilitator, and I'm speaking specifically for Golden State, he excelled in that role.
He was not LeBron.
You
That
don't have to
conversation
be
was coming up
you don't have to
respect.
be
We talk
LeBron
about
to
great.
be a
I'm
good
talking about.
passer, bro.
I'm talking. Huh?
You don't have to be a Bron status to be a good
I'm
passer.
not saying he is. I'm just saying if we looking at that just passing, it's not close. But all your other points, I agree. I actually agree. I actually didn't know how to answer this question because it's so nuanced. Because of the things Tatum do, intangibles, his defense, I might lean towards Tatum, but because this dude is such a generational passer, it's hard for me to answer this question because he controlled the tempo of the game. He is the system. LeBron is the system. Magic Johnson is the system, bro. He
But
slowed the
then
game down.
on the opposite end on the court, he's a cone.
He's a cone. I never disagree. That's why
Everything
I say
he contributes.
he would never be the on-ball defender that Tatum is.
Hey
But
Tatum
he
ain't
should
get
be a
hey Tatum
serviceable
ain't get
defender.
traded
So
mid-season.
that's 10 points to Tatum. Because
Hey
even if
Tatum
you're
hey
not a
Tatum hey,
great on-ball
hey,
defender,
hey did
you
Tatum
can
get
show
traded
some type of
mid-season?
huh?
Did Tatum get traded mid-season?
No, he didn't. But that's in my opinion, that's the
After
dumbest trade in the history of
after
the
going to the
NBA. So
finals
I
and
don't think that's a
losing?
good example to use.
After he went to the
And it's
finals and
showing his
lost?
hand too. It's the dumbest trade in NBA history. In history. And I'm an AD fan. I'm an AD fan. That's a dumbass trade, bro. So no, Tatum didn't. But whoever would trade Tatum mid-season should get fired. Whoever would trade Luka Doncic mid-season should get fired. But the owner,
That
the
I
new
agree
owner,
with. That I agree
hey,
with.
what's the name? What's the Mark Cuban was saying he would never have made that trade. If you're gonna make the trade, at least get some. They got more for Rudy Gobert. At least get some more picks. That's a dumbass trade.
I
Let's
just
be for
think
real,
it's
bro.
things.
This is a generational talent. He's 25.
I think that it's things that Luka can do. I think where they're comparable, they're comparable. Like,
They're
and
not
even with the
comfortable in
passing.
passing, though, is what I'm saying. They're not.
No,
And to be
just hear
honest,
me out on this
rebounding,
point though.
Luka can average a triple double, bro. Like, what we
And
talking
Tatum
about?
can't. What Tatum average right
No,
now?
he won't average a triple double. He won't average 10 assists.
He averaged
What you
close to
got,
7
Cash?
assists. I'm just doing that off the
7
top of
assists
my
ain't
head.
10 or 11 or 12, bro. That's a big gap in
That's what I'm
average.
saying. Whatever Luka can do, Tatum can do that comparable.
It's
But
not
it's hella
comparable, though, bro. If it was comparable, I would see your point.
it's things that Tatum can do that Luka can't do at
I
all.
agree.
I mean,
I
he
agree.
literally can't do them at all.
I agree. I agree.
Specifically on the defensive end, because basketball is a two-way sport.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It's not like football where the offense and defense is exchange.
I
In
agree.
basketball, you should be Luka is unreliable. And even though the passing, to me, like the IQ stuff and all of that, I come from the attack player position. So that could be a little bit overblown too to me,
No way, bro. I
bro.
hooped at a high level, bro.
Some of
IQ is
his
never
passes are
overblown.
like,
Never.
I hate to say unnecessary, but I'm gonna say
Hey, I hooped with a dude that had no athleticism. He wasn't fast. He deceptively fast when he get you because he was real slick. Y'all probably know him. His name Carlton Guyton. We call him Scooty.
Scooty,
His IQ masked his lack of athleticism, bro.
and I hoop with a dude named Will Brumley.
Well, Will Blumley had an IQ that can hoop. Listen, like, I love Will Blumley, so I don't. Will can
All
hoop.
right. All right. So to
You
answer the
name
question, I
dropping on
think
the
it's Tatum.
cut.
I ain't even answered the question, bro. They was cut. I'm with the shit. I don't mind y'all cutting me into me.
No, go
But
ahead.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I'm
my
gonna
bad.
give
Go ahead, bro.
because of all the other things. I'm gonna give Tatum the edge because there's, like you said, there's things that he can do on the offensive end, on the defensive end that Luka don't do. I don't even want to say can't because I think that's giving Luka a way out. You can be a serviceable defensive player if you put some fucking effort in.
That was actually you. That was my point.
Yeah,
It's not even time.
I
It's
ain't gonna
just lack
disagree
of
with no real
effort.
shit. That's real talk. So that's why I give Tatum the edge. But y'all talk about that passion and that's crazy, bro.
All right. So I I think that Tatum is. I think that Luka a better passer, but it's not. Luka is a generational playmaker. He is. He's extremely gifted. Tatum has grown into a good playmaker. I don't think that uh, in a role where everything is just completely revolving around him, he would do what Luka has done numbers wise. But those counted numbers are catch-alls, and I don't really watch basketball. I watch too much basketball to allow that to be the metrics that I use to define players. Uh, when I watch them play, Jason Tatum is a better rebounder than Luka. Luka does not guard. He stands around the rim and wait for a rebound. And then because he is the best playmaker, it's coaches will tell you, let him get it. Like, let him get the ball because that's gonna start us on our break. Uh, but I don't see Luka as like really getting in there, getting key rebounds that's necessary, or boxing his man out to get rebounds. I see him lingering from his man. They put him on the worst offensive player every game, every time he out there, and he just kind of leave him alone and gets close to the rim, waiting to get a rebound. Jason Tatum on the other end, I think Avery brought up the point. Um, Somebody did, but he's battling bigger men. Jason Tatum a lot of times is guarding the center in Boston schemes. He's literally boxing out power forwards and centers to get rebounds. So I don't care like how much numbers say. I know what my eyes tell me when I watch them play. Tatum is a better rebounder than Luka. Um, the gap in Luka's ability to pass and IQ is not a quantifiable thing. Like we can look at somebody and say, "Oh, he has a high IQ," but you can't really measure that. I also can't say Jason Tatum IQ isn't as high. A part of like being smart is knowing how to win games. And if you're saying that Luka can defend, but he's choosing not to, that's low IQ. That's you
Nah, that's
choosing.
just low heart.
That's you choosing to allocate your energy to the offensive end instead of the defensive end and not trying. A part of that is a thought process. It's not just not doing it. That's part of that is IQ. If you sit here and say, I'm not going to work on defense, I'm not going to care about being a good team defender, that's hurting your team in the long run. I don't see how that's not a part of IQ. Uh, Jason Tatum defensive versatility. Like I said, he guards the bigs. You go back and watch those Dallas series. Dallas went through the West by picking on people with their pick and roll, Kyrie and Luka, and the two bigs that they had, Lively and Gafford. They picking on people. Then they got shooters on the outside, and they baiting, getting a lot of oops and shit like that. Uh, Boston completely took that away simply by putting Tatum on the center. Now, ain't no bringing him to the screen because this is probably the best defender. We don't want to do that. So he completely took away the lob threat. That type of defensive versatility does not show up on the stat score on the box sheet. But Jason Tatum is exceptional at what he does for Boston. Because we've only seen him in this system and we've only seen Luka in basically heliocentric offensive systems, it's hard to say what somebody can or can't do. And then the idea of like, well, if you put Luka on Boston, where would they be? Uh, he doesn't work for their system. You know what I'm saying? They don't run a heliocentric offense. It'll probably make all of the players less than what they are offensively by bringing Luke over there. And then definitely it'll make a huge gap defensively. I think it'll hurt him. I think that people look at catch-alls and they just, oh, Luka averaged this many assists, this many rebounds. He scored this many points in playoff games. That's not how I evaluate players. I think Tatum is better than Luka as a team player and as a player. This not smut at Luka, but for me, the finals just it really opened my eyes to how bad he is defensively, and it really opened my eyes to how much that could hurt a team. And to the point Slick made, I know he said it on some funny shit, but it was a real point. Like Luka got traded, he didn't get traded. Everything that we know about Luka, smart people who know basketball in Dallas know about Luka and much more. They're with him all the time. They traded him for non-basketball shit, like him not being a leader. What's going on in film
Character
session?
shit.
The character shit, straight
Yeah.
up. So like Tatum didn't get traded, probably for the same reasons, for those intangibles that he does hold. You know what I'm saying? As
Very
much as
high
they try to
character.
turn him and Jaylen Brown against each other, as much as they try to fuck up Boston locker room, and JT just
He
won't
didn't
allow
let it
it.
happen.
He won't allow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like Avery was saying, like one of the most unheralded superstars ever. I would say they go to Tim Duncan, but Jason Tatum is following in them footsteps. Like, I think that he is of that same ilk, like a player who is exceptional and never get the credit that they deserve. And then we used to always say, well, when Tim Duncan retired, but even in his retirement, I still feel like Timmy be an afterthought. Like as good as he was, like when people start talking about the best big man, it'd be like, "Oh man, you got to throw Tim Duncan in there." No, you're supposed to lead with Tim Duncan, not throw him in there. Like Jason Tatum is at a spot where he is a superstar that is super disrespected. It go Jokic and Shea, and then I say JT and Giannis are right there. You know, I think that when people have conversations, Jason Tatum is mentioned on the back end of the top 10, and he's much better than that.
And
His
it's
pull up
disrespectful.
shoot, his pull up shooting is so much better, and what he does for Boston, offensively and defensively, is super important.
Tatum get disrespected, man, by the media. Just straight disrespected.
Yeah,
Why
I
you think
think
that
even
is?
with a guy like Luka is like, and I'm a huge Luka fan, but um, the proof is in the pudding. Like it's got you touched on it actually too. What it really is with me with Luka, it's the lack of effort. It's just it's the lack of effort, even the dig sometimes. I mean, when the guy comes off the hezzy and then the
Yeah,
screen is
bro.
aligned, he won't even reach over.
Yeah,
He
it ain't
would
that he don't
literally
know to
just
do it. He's just not doing it. That's an
nah, but
effort
he
thing, bro.
but
Which is
it's
a
what
negative.
Cash is saying. He's taking off.
So imagine that though. Imagine like we in film. He's done this shit 10 times in a game. And I'm trying to tell the sixth man, the eighth man on the bench, my young player, this 21-year-old, this 20-year-old, hey, I need you to dig in, or this is why I subbed you out. You didn't rotate. You missed this assignment. And he like,
I understand.
bro,
I
how do you
understand.
even tell me that when the best player don't do
When
none of
he
this
ain't
shit?
doing it. I
Well,
understand.
when the
Never.
nigga, when you watching film,
I
and
understand.
then the whole team is sitting here, I'm the coach in this scenario, and then I keep having to say, we we need to get back on defense, and then y'all four players looking at each other like, the
It's
fuck
one
you mean
motherfucker who
we?
ain't getting back.
Yeah, you
I
gotta say
understand.
his name. It's
I
like,
understand. No argument for me on that.
I think that it
That's
was
to
a
me, that's
culture
not an
move.
IQ thing. That's a
No.
want to thing. That's an effort thing.
So how does that not go
Because
into
he clearly
IQ?
knows. If he didn't know, if he was just puzzled, like, oh shit, then I would hear you. I'm not saying this is a positive. I'm saying it's a negative. In fact, it feeds your argument more.
See, but this is about how people look at intellect. People think knowing a bunch of shit make you smart. It's applicable. How do you apply the knowledge that makes you smart? Knowing some
Yeah,
shit don't mean nothing. If Luka know, oh, if I did this will make a, but you actually don't apply it. How is that not intelligence?
because it's not that he doesn't know to apply it or even can't apply it. It's like if a player's out there and we running through practice and we running this offensive play or defensive scheme, we doing how to help the helper, and we doing this scheme, and this player right here, he keep fucking up because he really don't get it. Like he don't know. He's not registered to him at all. Luka, on the other hand, because you can see if you play with the Lakers right now, because JJ don't be having that shit. He knows these things. His IQ too high to not know him. But then when you see him on the Lakers doing these things that y'all didn't want to, he wasn't doing it,
Yeah.
y'all is enough, which I agree with. It's not that his IQ is too good to
Where you
even
from
give him
go?
that. His IQ too good. It's a complete lack of fucking effort of want to. Defenses want to, bro. Want to.
I
And
said,
that's
where you
not a
about to go?
positive to you, Luka. That's a negative, bro.
I
Give
agree
me,
with
give me
what you're
10 minutes,
saying,
man.
but like if you see that the things you're doing is not working for you, right? And you continue to do those things, you can't keep telling me I'm smart though. You're not.
He an
You're not.
asshole.
Like this is result based. Look at what the results are showing us. Look at what you're doing. This is how you hurting us. And you keep saying, yeah, but I know. The fuck do that got to do with the price of
Yeah,
seeing
and
China
Scotty
that you
too. I
know?
think not to beat a dead horse, but it get to a point just for how I gauge man law, where your intentions don't matter to me. I don't
I
care what
agree.
you. I don't care what you
I agree.
intending to do. I have to speak on what you're actually doing.
No, he didn't intend to play defense though. He purposely not didn't play D. So he purposely not doing these things. He didn't intend to do it in Dallas.
That's intelligence.
That's you can say that, but we argue with semantics
All
because
right, look at
intellect
this
is a
with
we
Brian.
can go
Look at
all
this
day
with
on what
Brian, right?
intellect
We
is.
we talked about this when we was talking about the Lakers a couple episodes ago. Soon as Luka get there and Brian like, now I got somebody that I trust that can run the offense. I'm about to start doing all of the role player shit. I'm about to start cutting. I'm about to start running. I'm about to start rebounding. I'm about to start defending. That's IQ. Why would I sit here and say, well, me and Luka do the same shit, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm gonna do. He gonna keep doing what he gonna do, and we just gonna have to try to figure it out. No,
I agree.
like
That is IQ.
that. So what's the difference? What's the difference if LeBron it's IQ when he does it
Because
positively?
he's being a
How is it
second
when
option.
somebody does it negatively?
When
That's
Bron,
not low
but
IQ.
people attack Bron defense like he not playing defense or can't play D when he had all the off. When you have all the offensive responsibilities on you, and this ain't an excuse for Luka, because I still think you should be a serviceable defensive player regardless. Because I think Bron was always a serviceable defensive player, and at times best defensive player in the league at times. But people that's looking at the game that never played the game, looking at this game, think they know what they looking at, would say, man, Bron can't play no D. No, you clown. Bron has too much offensive responsibilities. He's dead ass tired, mentally fatigued. I'm not giving Luka that excuse though. I'm just addressing your question. Because again, Bron still gave serviceable defense. He still would play the passing lanes. He still would play good help D. He still would be out there showing his IQ. Hey, go here. Hey, this is gonna happen right here. Go here. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that is
My
IQ.
my point is, if we saying that something is high basketball IQ, how is it not low basketball IQ the other way? That's the only point that
Because
I'm
I want
making.
to focus more in on that he's just not doing it because he choose not to, and that's a negative to me.
I feel you.
That's a negative. I don't like that.
Well, all right. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. Anybody got any final words or thoughts?
I just want to say, it was a pleasure being on here with you guys. Great energy, great camaraderie, great topics. Um, just my final thought on the Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum thing, though, is you know, one is a generational offensive mind, you know, but I always lean to the basketball. The superstar has to play both sides of the ball. And Scotty, I do see what you're saying, but I also see Cash's point in the sense of like, if you know to do better and you don't do it, then you dwelling in ignorance. Like you dwelling in the ignorance.
Yeah, in a
So
way, yeah, yeah. In a way, yeah.
so and that ignorance became, to Slick's first point, that ignorance became such a liability that your franchise was willing to trade a generational player that it's no guarantee you gonna draft a player like this ever again. So I just think I always want to big up Jason Tatum criticized and ostracized in the media for being soft spoken and all of this weird shit. When all he does is just go out there and dominate basketball games. And he's a true utility knife. On any given night, he can do whatever his team needs him to do to go get the dub. So that was my final thoughts on that one.
For sure. Uh, I think again to address final thoughts on Tatum. I think Tatum is willing and able to do whatever his team need him to do. And for the NBA media that claims that they want good basketball, good leadership, it's completely hypocritical to constantly keep berating this man when he's being exemplary of that. And that's Tatum. That's why I give him the edge all day. And to Slick, bro, that Papoose comment wild as hell, bro. That Papoose shit wild, bro.
Hey, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, man. Stay dangerous.
Yeah, I ain't got no final thoughts neither. Appreciate you, Avery, for rocking with us. Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in to the World's Outstanding Casuals, where we care more about being real than being right. Hope you enjoyed the pod. Like, share, and subscribe. And normalize saying, I don't know, and listening to each other. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.